Hello, thank you for coming to my video. If you would like to help my channel grow, please like and subscribe, and please click on this little bell icon so you never miss a future video. Hey guys, welcome back. We are doing another Mortal Kombat Let's Play. This time we are playing Mortal Kombat 6, also known as Mortal Kombat Deception, also known as Mortal Kombat Unchained on the PSP. So I got some pre-recorded footage of the Xbox version down on the lower right corner, and I am playing the PSP version live. See, I got the little PSP little cord, and that's actually going to my FrameMeister, and then I'm capturing through HDMI. Because if you got a FrameMeister, it looks really good when you capture it through the FrameMeister with the proper setting. So let's go to the menu here. A lot to talk about with this game. First off, the game originally came out on Xbox, the original Xbox, and PlayStation 2, and it was the first Mortal Kombat game to feature online play, which was a big deal at the time because there wasn't a lot of fighting games with online play. Your basic modes, the PSP version, which is called Mortal Kombat Unchained, it's basically the same game, just with some slight tweaks, added characters and stuff like that, but overall it's the same game. Both games have a conquest, or just regular combat, just classic Mortal Kombat. You go up the ladder, which you see on the bottom corner right there while play live. Has a chess mode, which you'll probably see on some of the, I might show it later, but it's I had some pre-recorded footage of it, which it might get to. You basically pick your players, and those are your chess pieces, and then you move around a chessboard. And then when you try to eliminate another opposing player on the chessboard, you actually fight a game of Mortal Kombat to see who gets the square, which is kind of cool. Puzzle combat, it's kind of like that Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo game by Capcom, the Street Fighter knockoff. Very similar. The Puzzle Fighter is actually a little bit better game, but this one is still really good. They also ported this over to the Nintendo DS, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Conquest Mode, kind of similar to what they had in the previous game, Deadly Alliance, but it's actually more of a story to it. You play the main character, Shujinko. You explore his life, and he is the one responsible for resurrecting the final boss of the game. And we'll get to Shujinko in a little bit here. But, yeah, I mean, a lot of content in this game. MK Wireless, which, of course, on the consoles, it's basically like the online play. PSP version, unfortunately, did not have online play. GameCube version came out later, also did not have online play, but the GameCube version had exclusive characters, Goro and Shao Kahn. Crypt, that's where you unlock a lot of extra characters, extra outfits, extra stages, all that kind of stuff. You get coins to unlock the stuff in the crypt from either playing in combat or from unlocking them in Conquest. A lot of it you have to unlock in Conquest. Once you beat Conquest, the main character Shujinko will become a playable character, and his moves, his abilities, basically he mimics other people's moves, and his special moves that you have to unlock is actually moves from other characters. So that's actually kind of cool. You'll see later on in the video on the Xbox version while I play as Shujinko, and he'll shoot Sub-Zero's ice and Scorpion's spear and all that. And of course the content, all the little movies and images and stuff you unlock, the profile options, pretty self-explanatory. So we'll just play regular arcade combat here, just traditional combat. Of course, a lot of characters. A lot of them will be locked if you're playing on the console version. I have a save file on this Xbox, but toward the end of this video, I'm also going to play it on the 360 just to show how well it's backwards compatible. These 6 characters in the middle are exclusive to the PSP version. This is why it's Mortal Kombat Unchained. I'm going to play as Melina. But the characters in the middle, they were ported over. Goro and Shao Kahn were ported over from the GameCube version of Deception, and the other 4 are actually ported over from Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, the previous game. So all their moves and everything, with a couple exceptions, it's basically ported from Deadly Alliance. This version of the game, I mean, with 6th generation of consoles, you had Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, Mortal Kombat Deception, Mortal Kombat Armageddon. So 5, 6, and 7. Deception is probably my favorite. I think it's the best one. In fact, Unchained is actually the better of this versions, even though the PSP's hardware isn't as powerful. But Unchained is easily the best Mortal Kombat out of that bunch. So PSP graphics are actually really good for this game. I mean, they're pretty spot on. I mean, they're just amazing. Another thing is the state. Man, there's a lot to talk about with this game. The stages are much more interactive in this game. I mean, you'll saw like you can go from like one part of the stage to another part of the stage. You'll see in some later Mortal Kombat games. I mean, not games, but like Mortal Kombat versus DC. Also Injustice. Injustice really made that famous, but where you go from one area of a stage to another. But Mortal Kombat Deception is where that originally started. Also, stage fatalities. If you remember stage fatalities from previous Mortal Kombats, you get your opponent down a little health, you do a button combination, and you do a fatality. Here, you can actually do it at any point in the match, regardless of their health. Because it's not an arcade game, you don't have to worry about sacrificing a quarter, so they kind of took some liberties to it. And you can do it in any round. And if you do it in the first round, of course, you come back to the second round. Since we're talking about women characters, the boob jiggle physics are kind of cool. I like that. The boob jiggle physics are actually a little better in Deadly Alliance, but in this one, they're still good. Of course, it's just like the previous game where it's your two fighting styles and a third weapon style. Of course, a lot of the characters, like a lot of returning characters, especially like Melina, who has her size. Baraka, who has the blades in his arms and whatnot, definitely make good use. Oh, so gruesome. Definitely make use of the weapons in this game. The characters with weapons and whatnot. Two fighting styles, of course. This is when Tekken, Virtua Fighter, Soul Calibur were really big. God, PSP graphics are so good. I mean, they were really good at this time. Honestly, I don't really play a lot of Deception on the consoles, because I did when it first came out. But when I play it nowadays, it's usually when I'm traveling and whatnot, when I have my PSP with me along with my Nintendo Switch. Because this version of the game is my favorite. I wish they would have ported over to consoles. And of course, one of the things I talked about with Deadly Alliance is how it kind of shifted away from a traditional Mortal Kombat game and kind of went more towards the Virtua Fighter, Tekken type games. Where it's more based off of real fighting, motion capture, and stuff like that. And kind of went away from the traditional Mortal Kombats with the special moves and the two fatalities and whatnot. This game, on the other hand, is like a perfect balance of both of them. Like you have more special moves. You got all the good stuff. Oops. Oh, Melina's ball roll is kind of hard to do. Am I doing it right? Let's see. Yeah, back down circle. There we go. Scorpion has his teleport. Like he didn't have that in the last game. He has a little teleport punch. Raiden does a little lightning flying across the screen thing. So a lot of characters have their special moves. So it's pretty awesome. Two fatalities in the game. I got the moves list handy because I forget what the fatalities are off the top of my head. And holy crap, you saw with some of the stage fatalities earlier. This game went all out with the blood and fatalities. Even more so in the last one. Even more so than. Oh, didn't do it quite right. Even more so with... oh, that's so creepy looking. You can just barely see her mouth under the veil. Even more so than Mortal Kombat 4. Of course, Deception, it kind of has that little more tower look like MK3, MK4 have. Because PSP version came out right around the same time, a little bit before than Armageddon, which kind of went back to that. So this game takes a little bit from Mortal Kombat Armageddon a little bit. But I actually like this much better than Armageddon. God, I love the stage fatality right here. Let's see if I can pull it off. A lot of good music, a lot of good stages. They did a really good job with the stages in this game. If you unlock what you'll see in the Xbox version there when I had a lot of it unlocked. A lot of the older stages unlocked, which they did a really, really good job porting over to a 380 environment. Oh, there it is, the meat grinder. Oh, God, this game is so bloody and gruesome. I love it. Also, this was the first Mortal Kombat game to introduce combo breakers. You'll see like the little lightning bolts. You can do up to 3 of them in this game. What else can I talk about this game? Alright, don't mess it up this time. Oh, here's another thing we talk about. Looks like he's cutting his genitals off. That's actually not a good one. That wasn't a poor example. In addition to 2 fatalities, having 2 fatalities like traditional Mortal Kombat's, you also have a suicide move called a Harakiri. So if you die and it says finish him, your opponent's going to do a fatality on you. You have a timetable to do a Harakiri move. So basically, it's a race to see who could do the fatality. You could do a suicide move, a gruesome suicide move to deprive your opponent the thrill of doing a fatality. So that's actually kind of cool. Of course, Raiden has his flying across the screen and his teleports and whatnot. A lot more special moves. A lot of good returning characters from this game that weren't in the previous game. Of course, Melina, Sindel, Nightwolf. Trying to think of who else. Liu Kang. Liu Kang died in the beginning of the previous game. Wasn't in the previous game. In this one, he's in the game, but he's a zombie because he died. So that's kind of cool. A lot of returning characters from the previous game are not in this game because in the story they died. Although when you play through Conquest, you can actually face them off against them in Conquest because they just port over their skins. Because a lot of characters have their fighting styles, so they just have their old fighting styles and just not do the special moves. Would have been a cool way to add DLC, but unfortunately they didn't do that. Oh, it was a good one. Just go and bites her head off. Oh, her face is all bloody. Oh, it was a great fatality. Oh, very revealing outfit, too. Of course, there's Onaga. That's the Dragon King. He's the final boss. The trick to beating the final boss is there's 6 artifacts called Kamidogu, and you have to basically bump into him to destroy them to weaken him. So in the story, Shujinko gets tricked by Onaga to find these artifacts, which are responsible for bringing them back to life. Which basically takes him almost his whole life to do. Because we start playing as him, you play as him as a young man, and by the end of the campaign, he's an old man. So it's a pretty good campaign. Voice acting's a little cheesy, but it's not too bad. The game is backwards compatible. This one and Armageddon are backwards compatible on the Xbox 360. Deadly Alliance is not, but they did a much better job making this game play a lot smoother. Action's a little bit faster than the previous game. Supports widescreen. You'll see on the Xbox version, it supports actual widescreen. Doesn't have that stretched look on your Xbox. I don't know if it supports widescreen on the PlayStation 2 or GameCube because I've never played those versions, but the Xbox version is definitely the one to play. None of that slowdown or anything like that. Kyra's a new character. This game had a couple stupid new characters, but Kyra's pretty good. Kyra's like a cross between Kano and Sonya. See if I can do her other fatality. Up, up, forward, forward, and the third button. Let's see. Oops, I did the wrong button. Ah, so creepy. You can see up close where the textures and the graphics aren't quite as good, but from far away it looks pretty good. When it does the close-ups on the Xbox version of their face and stuff, it looks much more detailed. But just like general action on the PSP, it actually looks really good. They did a good job with this game. One of the reasons I did not pick up a PlayStation TV is because I believe this game isn't supported on the PlayStation TV. Of course, Liu Kang's a zombie mode. His alternate outfit is actually a just like regular living Liu Kang. Yeah, I mean, when this game first came out, I mean, I played Deadly Alliance. It wasn't my my favorite Mortal Kombat. I mean, I respected the direction they tried to go, but I still wished more for the traditional Mortal Kombat, the 2 Fatalities and whatnot. So when they announced this game and started showing it off and everything, I was excited right away. And when it came out, I mean, I pre-ordered it at Game Crazy before I worked there. Worked a night shift job, very similar night shift job to the one I have now, but that's a whole nother story. But woke up early around 11:30, did some chores, went over to Game Crazy around 12:30 in the afternoon, and walked in and went, yeah, I pre-ordered a game. And they're like, oh, you pre-ordered Fable? I go, no, I pre-ordered Mortal Kombat. What the hell is Fable? Picked it up, grabbed some food, went home. By the time I started playing the game, it was around 1:30 in the afternoon, and I played that until 5:30 in the morning. I mean, that's a lot of time. I mean, I had like a quick dinner break, bathroom breaks, and all that, but yeah. So I mean, I'm playing that online the whole time. So after about 8 or 10 hours, I had gotten pretty good at this game. So about time of 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm playing people online, I was almost unstoppable. And people thought that I had got the game early. I'm like, no, I've just been playing for 14 hours straight now. I was playing the game like every day nonstop until Halo 2 came out. Let's see, up, 4, 4, 3, there we go. That's pretty good fatality. But yeah, I was playing this game just non-stop for weeks. And they had a leaderboard system. I actually got really high up on the leaderboard for a while. On the Xbox Live, I was actually ranked number 12 for a while, then got up to number 8, then number 7. For a while, I was actually ranked number 5. And then for about a couple days, I was ranked number 3. And then for like one match, I was ranked number 2. And I was like freaking out, like, oh my god. I mean, I would just play Jade, Scorpion, and Melina. I mean, I just stuck to key characters. I had people mad at me. It's like, well, is that the only character you know? Lost one match, bumped me down to 800. And then never got anywhere higher than 800 because Halo 2 came out. And I was obsessed with Halo 2, of course. And then after a couple months, I went, well, I haven't played this game in a while. I'll play it again. By that time, everyone had gotten really good at the game. So, and I didn't have a chance. Noop Smoke is kind of an interesting character. I didn't really like it, but some people did. But they basically took Noob Saibot and Smoke and combined them into one character and made him the sub-boss. So where every character has 3 fighting styles, 2 fighting styles and a weapon style, Noob Smoke has only 2 fighting styles. Oh, there's a good stage fatality. Oh, it won't be eating anything anytime soon. But, he only has 2 fighting styles, and each fighting style is basically switching characters. So, I mean, it's alright, but it actually has the best ending in the game. Spoiler alert, that's the ending where Noob Saibot is revealed to be the original Sub-Zero. Oh, there we go. Match 1. You'll see there on the Xbox version in the corner, that's a stage that I have unlocked on the Xbox version. It's basically the portal from Mortal Kombat 2 and Mortal Kombat 3. On one side is the Mortal Kombat 2 portal, and the opposite side is the Mortal Kombat 3 portal. Pretty cool. They did a good job porting over a lot of those classic 2D stages into the 3D environment. See if I can beat Onaga. Onaga is really tough as Melina because she just doesn't have that big a combo. He's easy with Jade because Jade has a really powerful long string combo. I actually did much better than I thought I would there. Hit that. Come on. Oh, no, no. Yeah, you gotta be careful with those spikes. They'll just knock you right into them. Alright, so we got 3 more artifacts left. Awesome. I can't believe I beat him with only hitting 2 artifacts with Melina. Come on. Come on. Oh! Oh, God. I thought he knocked me in the spikes for a second. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Aha! The good thing is still 2 more artifacts left. Is there 2 more or 3 more? You got to have at least 2 artifacts available to hit him to weaken him to do full damage. Yeah, okay, so there's 2 left. Ugh. Come on. Don't screw me over. I'm actually doing okay. Come on. Come on. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. 2 combo breakers. Yeah! I was worried there for a second. Oh, I love that stage fatality there on the Xbox version. Oh! So gruesome. Yeah, the graphics in the PSP version of this game were really good. They held up compared to the console version really well. Of course, just like the previous game, the longer the fight goes on, the more bloody their face and stuff looks. So, really awesome. Did a really good job with this game. Pretty cool ending. Basically, Melina assumes Katana's identity because by this time in the story she's dead or abducted or something like that, and no one knows the wiser.
Difficult for her to assume the identity of the princess and take control of her alliance. To further conceal her deception, Melina gave command of the armies to Boraicho and instructed him to lead the attack against Baraka's diversionary forces. Baraka's militia had failed to divert the enemy.
So, see what else will we talk about this game? I'll show off a couple more features, and I'm going to switch consoles. I'm going to play this game on the Xbox 360 because the game is backwards compatible on the Xbox 360, and it scales really, really well. When the game came out on the Xbox, I don't know if the PlayStation version has this or not, but there was a special edition on the Xbox, the original Xbox, and it had a second disc. And on that second disc had some behind-the-scenes interviews with some of the original actors that played the characters. And it also had the arcade port of Mortal Kombat 1, which was also backwards compatible on the 360. So that's pretty cool. So if you ever go to pick this up, try and get the special edition if you can. Game's pretty easy to find. It's not too hard. I mean, the PSP version is the best, but if you don't have a PSP or a system to play it on, definitely pick up the Xbox version because, you know, who doesn't have a 360 lying around? So let's show off chess combat real quick. Okay, so there's Shujinko. Shujinko, you see me trying to do some of his moves. Like he'll do Sub-Zero's Ice, Scorpion Spear, Raiden's flying across the screen, Ermac's what's it called? Telekinesis. So we'll build a quick team here. Leader, we'll have Scorpion, Champion, Katana. Liu Kang, Frost. Actually, this is Shujinko as a shifter. Grunts, we'll do Raiden. Nah, I don't want to save the team profile. We're just going to kind of show this off real quick. Of course, you set your traps. So, you know, when your opponent walks into a certain spot, they take damage or die, or I forget exactly how it works. It's been so long since I played. So, move your grunts. Of course, you got the two little green spots. You want to occupy those because they will actually buff your team. Let's see. And then you have like sorcerer moves somewhere. Let's see, how do you do that? Is it L? There it is. Yeah, hit the L button. So you got your two sorcerer characters, and one can do the blue spells, the other one can do the red spells. So let's teleport. Let's see. Shujinko. Oops. Nope. Back away. Oops. Nope. Back there. Don't want to resurrect. Teleport. Teleport one of my Shujinkos. Oh, that's right. The shifters change into the other character. I have no idea how to play this character. This is actually a dumb character. I don't really care for him. You know what? I got a weapon too. There we go. So just like that, I take the square. And we'll show off the puzzle game real quick before we switch consoles. Oh, actually, we got the puzzle game showing off in the corner there. I'll let that kind of do it. Actually, we'll do dual screen puzzle game. Why not? So this puzzle game, cool thing is it was also ported over to Mortal Kombat Trilogy on Nintendo DS. So it was kind of a nice little added feature they added on that game.
Round one. Fight.
Of course, you want to match up your colors, and then you get little things. Oh, I'm doing a horrible job. There we go. Match up the colors, and then you get a little thing that destroys it, like these little things right here. There we go. The game doesn't quite get as crazy as Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, but it's not too bad. Of course, then you get the little bomb things, so whatever color you put them on, it'll destroy all of them on that. Of course, as you're destroying stuff, the characters will fight on screen down there. Then you got the super move, which I'm trying to remember how to do the super move. Oh, that's what it is. You hit the square button, and then that one screws up your opponent. Just kind of depends on What character will depend on the super move you got. Been a long time since I played this puzzle game here. Is he making a comeback? He might be making a comeback. Oh, did the same thing to me. Uh-oh. Come on, give me one of those black things. Oh, he beat me. I want to show off one of the new characters real quick. Technically not really new, but, you know, poured over from the previous game. We'll play as Katana real quick. I love Katana. Katana's one of my favorite characters. Gotta pull up her Fatality real quick, because I don't remember off the top of my head. Oh, we're fighting Goro right away. Ah, stupid phone. I'm trying to pull up the list of fatalities. No, I don't want to send anyone notifications. Let's see. Katana. Let's hold down the block button as I'm scrolling. Oh, of course, I pulled up the website. It doesn't have Katana's move list. Yeah, screw it. We just won't worry about it. Of course, Katana doesn't have a lot of special moves in this game because she was ported over from Deadly Alliance. And because the characters in that game only had one fatality, they only have one fatality in this game, unfortunately. Let's see, can I move him in the thing? Oh, Harakiri. Comes so nice out. Oh, that's good. So yeah, I'm going to switch consoles real quick because I want to show off Deception on the 360 because I want to show how well it scales. So I'm going to set that up and I will be right back. Alright, we are back. We are playing Mortal Kombat Deception again, but this time we are playing it on the 360, which is a backwards compatible title. This way I can kind of show off the graphics a little bit better at the full screen resolution. So I got somewhat of a save file on here, but I don't have a lot of stuff unlocked. Let's see, what's my profile code? There we are. So I have hardly anything unlocked, so you can see a lot of the 12 characters, the 6 on each side, are not they're not available. So like I said, every time I go to kind of go back to play this game, I always end up playing the PSP version. So I better look up Scorpion's Fatality real quick before I forget. I think it's forward, down, forward, forward. Deception. Scorpion Fatality. Actually, Moves list. There we go. We found it. Yep, that was right. Forward, down, forward, forward. So yeah, this game on the Xbox 360 scales really well. I mean, the graphics, pixels, and everything, it looks really, really good. So, I've never played the PlayStation 2 version of the game, so I'm kind of curious what it looks like. But yeah, it looks really good on the Xbox 360. You know, when I was talking about the PSP version earlier, the textures and whatnot, it looks really good for a PSP game. But if you ever play that on an emulator, you know, like and bring up the resolution, you see a lot of the flaws. So. Scorpion is, he has one of the fighting styles from the previous game, but his other fighting style is a little different. So he plays a little different compared to the previous game, Deadly Alliance. Still has that move, still has that move, but he has that move again. Another thing I forgot to talk about is because they took a lot of traditional Mortal Kombat stuff and put it in the game, like all the special moves, fatalities. But every character also... Oh, there's a combo breaker of that. No, it won't let me. Has an uppercut. Regardless of the fighting style. Oh, a Harakiri move. I guess I won't be doing the fatality that round. So every character has an uppercut, regardless of the fighting style, and every character has a sweep, regardless of the fighting style. So, kind of brought that back from older Mortal Kombat games, so that's cool. You know, like I said, it feels... kind of has more of a traditional Mortal Kombat feel, but at the same time having that realistic fighting simulator like the previous Mortal Kombat does. You know, minus the pop-ups and stuff, of course. Oh, no, no, no. You are going off the edge, buddy. You are going off the edge. There we go. Oh. Right through the bladder. Cobra wasn't too bad of a character. Some people thought he was stupid, but I thought it was okay. Classic Sub-Zero fatality here. Oh! That's a good one. There's a lot of good fatalities in this game. There's a lot of them. This game was definitely bloody. Let's see, what's his other fatality? Forward, back, and the one button. Alright, we'll try that next time. But yeah, game looks really good on the 360. Like we're not saying that enough. You know, funny thing, when this game was backwards compatible, when the 360 came out, it launched with I think it was like 100 or 200 titles that were backwards compatible. You know, of course, the most prominent being Halo and Halo 2. I think it was just 100 titles. But this was also one of the original backwards compatible titles in the 360. But it was very buggy, and they actually pulled it off the list. They sent out an update to where the game was no longer compatible, just because the graphics were all weird looking and everything. It just wasn't playable. When they brought out that update to where you couldn't play it anymore, the collector's edition, the second disc, you could still play on the console, which had the Mortal Kombat 1 disc on it. But it was, I think it was like 2 or 3 months down the road that they patched it, and then they made the game playable on the Xbox One or on the Xbox 360 again. I hope I'm not saying Xbox One. Xbox 360. The Xbox original game, backwards compatible on the 360. So yeah, the game plays perfectly fine on the 360 now. In fact, it plays better than it does on the original Xbox. So what was it? Forward, back, forward, back? Yeah, forward, back, forward, back. Oh, he'll never dance again. Oh, he's kind of dancing. Oh, so good. And of course, unlike the previous Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, there's no slowdown in this game, or at least none that I can remember. Oh, the Dark Prison. This is a cool stage. I like this stage. A lot of character cameos in the background. It's like a little prison. Oh. There we go. There's a lot of past characters just kind of like hanging out in the prison. That's kind of cool. See Reptile in human form. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't want to get near that. See, like, the little red line there? You know, that's, signifies the pit fatality there. Oh, come on. That should have knocked her in. It's alright. I got lucky there. Actually, I got screwed there because I didn't knock her in when I should have. Oh, there we go. Come on. There we go. That's so good. Of course, you see that I'm earning coins as I progress, and of course, you can unlock a lot of characters from earning coins. There's only 2 characters that you can actually unlock with coins. The rest of the characters, maybe 3, but the rest of the characters you have to unlock through the Conquest Mode. So. He's shitting out stars. Yeah, some of the new characters in this game really weren't that cool. I thought this character was kind of stupid. Cobra was okay, I guess. That dude with the flags on his back, I never cared for him. I thought he was kind of stupid. Dario, I think. Oh, what was his name? Darius? It was Darius. The one that people thought was like a human version of Cyrax. Has some of his moves from the previous game. I mean, there's really nothing there. Not much character. So I didn't really care much for him too much. Other than that, they did a good job bringing back older characters, so that's cool. Oh, the hanging bodies. Ugh. Oh, I still got to. Oh, I didn't get to him in time. I guess could have just teleported. Ugh. Right in the neck. Oh, so gruesome.
Fatality.
What's next? Baraka and the Beetle Layer. Man, this game still holds up pretty good. You know, it's funny, I mentioned this in, I think it was a Deadly Alliance video, but I was streaming the 6th generation Mortal Kombat games on Twitch, like last week or week before. Actually, a week before, because last week was Christmas, as I record this. But I was surprised how many people weren't that familiar with them. So, you know, like this one, of course, is Mortal Kombat 6, and the next one, Mortal Kombat 7, is Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Now these weapons you can actually pick up and use. I don't know how to use them though. Is it one of? I don't remember them being all that useful. Let's try hitting different buttons. Oh, there we are. I remember when playing online, people rarely picked them up. Oops, I messed up the combo. I messed up the combo again. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong trigger. Oh, he got me. Let's do Melina again. Oh, what was her fatality earlier? I gotta look that back up now. I forgot what it was off my head.
Round 1. Fight.
There you go. 2 people can bring out weapons.
Round 2. Fight.
You also see these little beetles. As you step on the beetles, they'll be squashed in the ground. Looks much better in HD on the 360. Oh, don't ever take her home on a date.
Fatality.
You ever find a hot girl that has a pink thing over her mouth, stay away from her. Of course, Noob Saibot and Smoke as the sub-boss.
Round 1. Fight.
I really wish Smoke had his spear like in Mortal Kombat 3. I think he does in Mortal Kombat XL. I just picked that up, as you saw in my recent pickups video, but I haven't popped it in and played it yet, just because I've been enjoying the new ones so much. Oh, there goes my combos. Oh, I got him. Oh, Harakiri. Oh, self-destruct. Alright, final boss. Really don't fight a lot of opponents. I miss the Choose Your Destiny. Would have been a good game to have the Choose Your Destiny to kind of pick your difficulty. Of course, Melina has a very small combo. Her combo string's made up of pop-ups. So a Naga is pretty tough with Melina. Surprised how well I beat him earlier when playing on the PSP. Come on, come on. Hit that. Just gotta hit that. Just gotta hit that. Come on. Yeah, only a couple artifacts left. Yeah, there's no way I can beat him. I'm gonna get him to knock me in the spikes. Come on. Knock me in there. Come on. That wasn't a good view. So yeah, that is Mortal Kombat Deception. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. In case you didn't watch any of my previous videos, quick update on our giveaway. We are marching towards our goal of 4,000 subscribers. So if you subscribe to our channel, follow the description, and down below has a link on how to do that. You enter for a chance to win this $25 gift card for Amazon. The deadline for that has now been extended to the end of March, so we are giving this plenty of time. However, if we hit 4,000 subscribers tomorrow, we are drawing that thing tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think down below, and I will see you guys next time.